It's hard to say who's right these days, when speaking of gender identification. However, according to basic logic, LGBTQ in sports is a problem. And here's why. According to mass media, more than 150 LGBTQ athletes are taking part in Olympic Games in Tokyo this year. In June 2021, the New Zealand Olympic Committee confirmed that Hubbard had been selected for the New Zealand Olympic team to compete in the women's 87 kg category. That means that she will be the first openly transgender athlete to compete in the Olympic Games in a different sex category than assigned at birth.
I am who I am. I'm not here to change the world. I just want to, be me and just, do what I do.
Of course, there are LGBT athletes in other sports like basketball, Chelsea Gray, canoeing, Evie Farth, football, Megan Rapinoe. But I wanted to catch your attention especially on Hubbard. He was a man until his 30s. He grew up like a man, he trained like a man, he took part in competitions like a man. But in 2012, he suddenly decided not to be a man anymore. Then he transitioned to female and became Laurel Hubbard. Later, Hubbard continued her career in weightlifting, and now Hubbard takes part in Olympic Games as a female. During her career in sports as a woman, Hubbard performed well enough on different competitions. You may say, we know that already, so what? Okay, you may be right. But, is it normal? I mean, it doesn't matter who you are now, it matters who you were when you were born. You can change your gender anytime you want, but it's impossible to trick genes. Of course, there are some rules considering the change of gender. In 2016, International Olympic Committee allowed transgender athletes to compete. The only restriction is the level of testosterone. The athlete can compete if his testosterone level has been below a certain cutoff point for at least 1 year before their first competition. An athlete's total testosterone level in serum must remain below 10 mol/L throughout the period of desired eligibility to compete in the female category. But normal healthy range in females levels considered to be between 0.3 and 2.4 mol/L. Clearly, the level of testosterone wouldn't make you a champion, but some advantages would. As I said, the size of internal organs, muscles, will give an athlete a big advantage. And of course all of this stays with a man, who decided that they are women. Hubbard's example is a deception and a scam. Such athletes mustn't have right to compete with women. Somebody can say it is a discrimination for such people. My answer is that Hubbard's participation in Olympic Games in a female category is a discrimination for normal women. We must forbid every opportunity for such people to compete. Otherwise we would see the crowds of men, who in a chase after fame, medals and money would be ready to change their gender and become a females.